Welcome to Beit Guvrin-Maresha National Park, nestled in the heart of the Judean lowlands. This remarkable landscape, with its gently rolling hills rising between 250 to 400 meters above sea level, tells a story spanning thousands of years of human ingenuity and adaptation. The park, covering approximately 1,000 acres, encompasses two ancient cities that flourished in different periods: the biblical Maresha and the Roman-era Beit Guvrin. The hills, adorned with Mediterranean woodland, have served as grazing grounds for countless generations, while the fertile valleys between them have been continuously cultivated since antiquity to the present day. What makes this site truly extraordinary is its vast network of man-made caves, hewn by ancient inhabitants for various purposes. These underground chambers served as quarries, water cisterns, storerooms, columbaria, dovecotes, burial chambers, and agricultural processing facilities. The abundance of these caves is no coincidence. It's a direct result of the region's unique geology. The area's bedrock consists of soft, light-colored chalk that can be easily carved, covered by a harder limestone crust about 1.5 to 3 meters thick. Beit Guvrin later emerged as a crucial junction where ancient roads from Lod and Ashkelon converged, leading to Hebron and Jerusalem. This strategic location helped transform it from a modest settlement into a thriving urban center after Maresha was abandoned during the Roman period. We're entering the northern Bell Cave, the largest of two bell caves open to visitors at Beit Guvrin. As you look up at its dramatic domed ceiling, you'll notice the small opening at the top, a remarkable testament to ancient engineering ingenuity. The bell caves, named for their distinctive bell-like shape, represent one of the most impressive ancient industrial complexes in the Mediterranean region. These man-made caves were quarried over many centuries, with the most intensive period of excavation occurring during the Byzantine and early Arab periods, 4th to 10th centuries CE. Approximately 800 bell caves have been discovered in the Judean lowlands, with some clusters containing up to 200 caves. The quarrying method was ingeniously simple yet effective. Workers first cut a small opening through the hard upper limestone crust, then excavated downward into the soft chalk below, gradually widening the cave as they descended. This created the characteristic bell shape, which naturally distributed the weight of the ceiling and prevented collapse. The quarried stones were cut into uniform blocks and hauled up through the ceiling opening, later used for construction throughout the coastal plain. Many of these caves eventually merged as excavation continued, creating vast underground chambers with multiple ceiling openings. The marks of ancient chisels are still visible on the walls today, arranged in such regular patterns that archaeologists can even determine whether the quarryman was right or left-handed. Beit Guvrin-Maresha National Park spans across a vast area, and visitors can conveniently drive between its various attractions. This ancient city is first mentioned in the Bible as one of the cities fortified by King Rehoboam of Judah in response to the military campaign of Shishak, the Egyptian pharaoh. Not long after, around the beginning of the 9th century BCE, a dramatic battle took place near Maresha, where King Asa of Judah defeated the armies led by Zerah the Cushite. The city's character transformed dramatically during the Persian period, following the destruction of the First Temple, when Edomites migrating from the Negev settled in the region. By the 4th century BCE, Maresha had evolved into a truly cosmopolitan center, as Sidonians and Greeks arrived, bringing with them Hellenistic culture and customs. During its Hellenistic peak, Maresha flourished as a diverse metropolitan hub, home to Edomites, Greeks, Sidonians, Egyptians, and a small Jewish community. Some of these Jewish residents were descendants of the original population from before the First Temple's destruction, while others came from the coastal plains. This golden age came to an end in 2nd century BC when the Hasmonean king John Hyrcanus conquered the region and forcibly converted its inhabitants. Though the city was briefly re-inhabited, it never regained its former glory, finally meeting its end in 40 BCE during the Parthian invasion. This cave is known as the Polish Cave. It was originally carved during the Hellenistic period as a water cistern, with a distinctive rock pillar at its center that served as a support structure for the ceiling. At some point in its history, the cave walls were modified with niches carved into them for raising doves. The cave gained its current name during World War II, when soldiers from General Władysław Anders' army, which was loyal to the Polish government in exile in London, visited the site in 1943. These soldiers left their mark by carving the year of their visit, the words Warsaw, Poland, and an eagle, the symbol of the Polish army, into the central support pillar. Near the Polish cave lies the Columbarium Cave, which offers fascinating insights into ancient agricultural practices and engineering. The term columbarium comes from the Latin word columba, meaning dovecote or pigeon house. The cave's walls were meticulously carved with over 2,000 niches designed to house nesting birds, demonstrating remarkable precision in ancient craftsmanship. During the Hellenistic period, dove raising was a thriving industry in the Judean lowlands, serving multiple purposes in the ancient economy. The birds provided meat and eggs for food, while their droppings were collected as valuable fertilizer for the surrounding fields. Doves also played an important role in religious ceremonies as sacrificial offerings. This columbarium represents one of 85 similar installations discovered in Maresha alone, collectively containing tens of thousands of nesting niches. The careful engineering of these caves reflects the sophisticated agricultural practices of the time, though their use for dove raising declined in the 3rd century BCE. After this period, like many caves in Maresha, the columbarium was repurposed for other uses. The exceptional preservation of these niches allows us to understand the scale and importance of dove raising in ancient Mediterranean society. Before us is a small cave that served as a bathing chamber. This ingeniously designed space consists of a stairway leading to 2 small chambers, with one being underground. The lower chamber features a carved stone seat, while channels and funnels in the walls allowed water to be poured over the bather from above. The design cleverly preserved the bather's privacy. The person pouring the water couldn't see into the underground chamber. This Hellenistic period bath is one of over 20 similar facilities discovered in Maresha, reflecting the bathing customs of its Edomite inhabitants. We are now entering one of Maresha's remarkable olive press caves, part of an impressive network of underground olive oil production facilities dating to the Hellenistic period. The term Beit Bad, olive press house, derives from the Hebrew word bad, meaning wooden beam, referring to the massive pressing beam that was central to the oil extraction process. This cave represents a sophisticated industrial facility designed specifically for olive oil production, featuring one crushing basin and multiple beam press installations. The production process began with crushing the olives in a stone basin, creating an olive paste. This paste was then placed in specially woven baskets and pressed under heavy stone weights suspended from wooden beams, allowing the oil to flow into collection vats. Olive oil was one of the most valuable commodities in the ancient world, serving multiple essential purposes in daily life. Beyond its crucial role in food preparation, it was used for lighting lamps, in religious ceremonies, as a base for perfumes and medicines, and even as a cleaning agent. The olive industry was so significant that it influenced the agricultural calendar and religious festivals of the region. The sophistication of these underground pressing facilities tells us about the economic importance of olive oil production in Hellenistic Maresha. The careful engineering of these caves, with their precise crushing installations, pressing platforms, and collection vats, demonstrates the advanced technological knowledge of the ancient inhabitants. Their preservation allows us to understand how this vital industry operated over 2,000 years ago. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the fascinating underground world of Beit Guvrin-Maresha National Park. We've explored just a few of the hundreds of ancient caves that tell the remarkable story of human ingenuity and adaptation over thousands of years. In our next part, we'll venture deeper into this subterranean landscape to discover even more treasures, including the maze-like cave systems, the beautifully preserved Sidonian burial caves, and the remains of a Hellenistic-era villa. We invite you to subscribe to our channel for more explorations of Israel's archaeological wonders and hidden historical gems. Until next time, from the ancient hills of Judea.